All right, welcome back. It's got these 45-degree offset backup sights by Feyachi. These are $23.99 on Amazon. I put a link below. Meant for Picatinny and lever rails. They do come individually bagged. I took them out of the packaging just to save time. You do get an Allen wrench. Here's the front sight. I do have an adjustment tool to push that detent out of the way. I just don't have it with me at the moment. I lent it to a friend of mine. It's made of aluminum. I like it. I'll talk about the pros and cons of this front sight and the rear sight up when I actually get it on the rifle. Here's the rear sight. The adjustments are pretty good and clicky. Looks pretty decent for being aluminum. These are made in China. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put them on the rifle. Toy with them for a little bit, and then take it back up top and talk to you about them. Alright, so these are the sights that I generally like to use. They're the diamond head clones. That's what they look like. All my carbines and my AR pistol have these sights on it, except for this one, because it has a cantilever mount and an actual full-size scope. There was no room to put it on there. As you can see, there have been no room to put one under there, so I put them on this. The front one's out of the way. The back one is all sorts of cramped. There's no room to get to the right side of my charging handles. I will say it's pretty neat that they did notch the sight to make room for your deflector. But I'm going to cut scene real quick and move this to about the second or third slot on the handguard on the front of the Picatinny rail there. And I think that'd be a lot better sight for these. Alright, so to make room for the ejection port, it's actually on the 5th slot. It's out of the way and does open. I will say that these push buttons are really stiff, and closing them is going to be just about as hard. I actually had to put gun oil on the detents and this bolt that actually does, got oil over me, that actually does kind of bind up in there, and it seems to work fine. They do lock into place. You can change your aperture there, and being where it's at, if you want to put it on the small one, keep it there, you can do that as well. Everything looks good on them. The machining looks good. There's a couple of things I do not like. The design of the front post, the covers on the side, I think it looks kind of outdated. I'd like to see nothing this beefy, but maybe something with a little bit different look to it. Maybe even more of like a half moon or whatever you want to call it. Don't worry, you won't get shot. Where the two pieces are that this bolt goes through and threads into this, that big huge gap right there looks kind of strange to me. On the rear sight, the aperture is painted black. It's kind of shiny. It doesn't look anything like what the anodized looks like. I think that's pretty damn comfortable right there. Try it on the smaller one. Oh yeah. Yeah, that smaller one, the way I have them set up is pretty useless. It's kind of hard to see through. I might drill it out or not even worry about it, honestly. I really do like them. They'll stay on here. I'll actually have to sight them in, even though I think that might be a minute of man, because there's not much of a distance between these two. I think it is pretty good. I think as long as you're not running an ambidextrous charging handle and or left-handed, because if you're left-handed, these aren't going to work for you at all. Yeah, good deal. $23.99 on Amazon. I'll put a link below, like I said. Doesn't look too shabby. Give you a quick little run by. yeah, just a couple of things I'm not too excited about. So if the price sounds good to you and the pros outweigh the cons, by all means, get you a set. All right, appreciate it. We'll be seeing you.